Hi, this is Kathy from Kathy's Jewelry and Crafts. I'm here today to talk to you about embroidery. I just did a live chat, and just to get myself back acquainted with doing live videos and just videos in general since I've had COVID. So today I'm just going to walk you through Embrilliance and what I've learned so far. I've only had my machine for wait, let me see. Let me close this back out. I've had my machine for about 3 weeks now, but I've done, some cute stuff like this. This is what I'm proud of. And this was done with Embrilliance software, the patch software. And so I'm not brave enough to actually embroider on a t-shirt or something, but I make lots of patches. And I have a 4x4 machine, but a single needle machine, but I also have the interchangeable one that allows you to do it a little bigger. I haven't used it yet though. So anyway, I think I don't know if I'm recording the screen or not. So let me see. Because if I am, I don't think I am. Usually it's right here. Let's go here. All right, I guess I am. So what I want to do is show you the Embrilliance software, which is not there. Okay, it's here. There we go. Okay, it's coming up. All right, I hope you can see that. But you know what? I'm gonna stop. No, I guess I'll keep going. All right. Hopefully you can see both. So this is Embrilliance, and all I did was I'm on a MacBook Air. So basically I just went to Launchpad, and then I clicked on here, and that's how I got there. So let me click away from there. And now we're on Embrilliance. And these are the icons that you'll get, and they're all easy. They're just like any other program where you have open, save, look like printer. You have the clipboard. You have undo and redo, 3D, show your stitches in real time, kind of. A magnifying glass, a ruler. This will allow you to see your stitches, how it's going to stitch out. Selection tool. This here will, if you click on it, allow you to choose what hoop you're using. So there's 4x4. I've changed this because you can edit these right here and change it. So I know 100 by 100 is what I need, but I got tired of looking for that every time, so I just typed in 4x4. All right. I don't think I've used this before. Oh, that's to merge designs from the library. I haven't done that because usually what I do is pull in a design and just tweak it a little bit. This is your lettering tool, and so it'll put ABC there, but you can go here and change it to anything you want. And then you can choose the different fonts, and it'll go on and on and on and on and on and on. All right, so let's change it to this one. See what it looks like. Okay. But you can also, and I'm just showing you the cutesy stuff. Oh, I never saw this one before. Wow. Okay. So you can do different stuff. You can make it oval. I guess that one does nothing. And you can do the stitch. So let's go back to letters. And let's say I wanted let me do a different one. Okay. Let's do I know what I want to do, the block one. That's the one that comes even with the demo version. You get block. Okay. So say I have that. Now, I purchased this extra because even though it was very, 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 did I say very expensive, I knew I wanted to do appliques and patches. So I knew I wanted this, even though it was $1.99, and that's not $1.99. I went on and got it. You know, who needs to eat food? You know, but anyway, and so when I remember, and if you watch the video before this one, I told you I got it, and it was just like 3 extra words. I'm like, well, where is it? And you have to go on the utility, and then it says add a patch, rectangle, circle, or page wrap. That's it. So if you say you want a rectangle, it'll go there. And then, of course, you can change the color of it. So if you want it pink, okay. Oh, you got to choose the thread. I think it's, nope, cancel. Wait. You got to choose, here we go. What was it? Okay. So you got to choose, I think, I don't forgot how you do it. But anyway, choose that. And, oh, okay. Nothing happened. You have to choose maybe the color. No, I think I did that. I forgot how. Oh, we have to be on the patch, I guess. So let's go cancel, be on the patch, and then change the color of the patch. I think that's how it goes. Maybe not. I did it just yesterday, so I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, there's a way you can change the color of this patch. And I've forgotten how to do it. Nope. Oh, that's the color of the thread. But some kind of way. Patch edge. Okay, there we go. I'm looking at it and didn't even see it. Okay. So you have to go to patch edge. It's just set it real small there. And then you could change the color. And if you don't like that color, then you can either go by name and type in red and go okay. Sorry. You type in, because I'm on camera, I'm doing goofy stuff. Type in red, go, and then find red, and then go. Okay, that's how it goes. So then, and then when you click away from that, you'll see. And I wouldn't ever do that color, so I would change that to a different color. And so we'll go here, and letters, no, color, and I don't want that purple. So let's do something that goes well with red. Probably white, I would think. Let's see. W-H-I-T-E. Why am I spelling it? I have no idea. And then you have to click on it. All right, let's see how that look. That didn't look white to me. But, all right. They said it did. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, you can, I've only had this for not even 24 hours. I bought this last night. Or night before last, but it didn't work properly. So the code they gave me did not work. So literally, they gave it to me about noon yesterday. So I haven't had a lot of time to play with it because I had to get a couple orders out. Okay, so anyway, that's how that goes. But it's fun. Okay, so let's take this one off, and let's do the wrap. That's what I like, the wrap around the word. Okay, click away from it, and it just wraps around it, okay? And so then you can save this as, let's go. So you want to save it as a working file first. Well, it don't matter which one you do first, I guess. And so it's going to end in BE. So we can name this. I'm not going to name it Kathy because I got so many files named Kathy. So we'll call it live.be, okay? And it's going to the desktop. And then you need to save it as a stitch file. And so Lyle is already got the PES because Brothers and I think Baby Lock, they do PES. But if you needed something else, you could click here and it has all these files here that you can use, okay? Now, of course, if you get Embroidery, Embrilliance, or Essence, or whichever, I'm talking crazy. If you get Embrilliance Essentials, you will not get this patch function unless you give them $200 more. So don't get too happy with that. But I did find out one thing. You can just pay for the $200 and use the demo. But what you won't get is this, where you can see the stitches. You won't get the ruler, and there's one other icon that came in that you will not get. But if you don't need that, if you don't care to see the stitches, you can see the stitches, in Inkscape or anywhere. If you don't need that, then just pay the $200, because it did work for me, because that's what did not come in. So I paid for both of them, and I got the patch one, but I didn't get all the extra icons for Embrilliance software. And so the next day, so I emailed them that night, and the next day they took care of it. They sent me a new code and everything, and they popped in after I restarted. So, I had to put the code in, then it restarted. But I was making patches the night before, so the patches were working, but the other part wasn't. So I guess you don't have to buy them both. Say you only want to, buy one, then use the demo until you get the other one. But I like it. I'm more of a visual person, so I like seeing the stitches. Let's watch these, how it's going to stitch out. So if you click on this, and I'm clicking on this right here, and you get that with the Embrilliance, Essentials. Okay, so then you hit play, and it'll show you how it's going to stitch out. And this is so cool. Now, before I got this software, I was using Inkscape Ink Stitch, and I loved it. It was no problem with it. Once you got the hang of it and everything, it was a little quirky, but it's free. So I'll still use that one. And Inkscape is good to have, because whenever you bring in a file and it doesn't work in here, I can take it right over to Inkscape, fix it up, and bring it back in here. So there are, just regular PNGs and JPEGs on the internet that you might want. So you just take it to Inkscape, convert it, do object to path, or do trace bitmap, get the file, then save it as a PES, and then put it on a desktop or wherever you want to put it, and then bring it back in. So I like using both, because the file that I did today, I did this one here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but a Sigma Gamma row. And I might have got that from Creative Fabrica. I get a lot of stuff from there. But I used it for sublimation, and it would not work in this program. So I just took it in Inkscape. I converted it to a PES, and then I did it again. It came right in. Now, the one thing you got to know is when it's, and I could be wrong, because like I say, I've only been doing this for 3 weeks. But I know Inkscape. I didn't know Ink Stitch, but I know Inkscape. And so from what I could see, whatever size you make it in Inkscape, you're stuck with that size in here until you go back to Inkscape and rechange the size. So say you make it 5 millimeters big, all right? So you can take it down to maybe 3 or 2 or something, but you can't make it 6. That's what I tried to do. So, or maybe I'm saying that backwards. You can't adjust it too much. It'll adjust a little bit, but not much. So I had it too big. It would not fit in my 4x4 hoop, the box for the hoop. And so I tried to adjust it. It moved a little bit, but it didn't move enough. So I had to go all the way back to Inkscape. Well, not all the way. It's right on this. It's right here on my desktop. I just had to click into that, and then I resized it there, and then it worked. You know what? Why don't I just show you? Because sometimes it's easier to show you stuff than to just keep talking. Okay, so let's just pull this to the end so you can see how it will stitch out. There you go. And that's how that will stitch out. All right. Okay, so now let's take all that out. We don't need that. So what I was talking about is this the new one? No, this is the old one. Okay, see how that would not go? It's a SVG file. It will not go in there, okay? But I can come down here, open up what is this? Inkscape. It's been a long day. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks from school, fall break, And I only left my house twice. I just been resting and resting, but apparently not enough because I'm kooky today. All right, here we go. So let's go to Inkscape. And this is the new Inkscape. I don't know what Inkscape you use, but I just converted over to this new one. And I love it. All right. So let's go new document. Okay. And we're going to make it big so we can see it. Well, that's not going to really work because I need to see that other file. I don't feel like searching for it. So let me make it a little smaller. Okay, so we can see this file. Now, we'll just drag. We will drag this up. I'm using one finger. I don't know why I have both my hands, but one's behind my back. It's just comfortable. Okay, so now we can make it bigger. Okay, so see this file now. Okay, I want to make it smaller so that when I take it over there, it'll be the size that I need for 4x4. And I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, now I can go to Trace Bitmap under Path, I think. Yep. Trace Bitmap. And I don't bother. None of this stuff. I just go apply. All right. And once I've traced it, let's see if this one doesn't give me a preview or anything. It's either that or it's object to path. So let's try it this way first and see what happens. So now we go to File, Save As. And I'm going to save it. Let's just make it Live 1. Because we already got live or something else. I don't remember what the ending was. And we're going to save it to the desktop so we can find it and go save. Let's see if that works. Because if it don't work, it might not save. It'll give us an error. And of course, I'm saving it as a PES because that's what Brother can read. But I love Inkscape because once it finishes that, I'll show you. It has a whole bunch of file formats that it can save in. And if we didn't do this right, then it will not save, but it did. All right, now let's go back to File, Save As, and then I can just show you all the formats. See, it has even more than that other program. And these are all my ink stitch ones right here. From here to here are all my ink stitch ones. All right, so let's get off of that. While I'm in here, let's just cancel that. Okay, let me just show you under extensions. Here's the ink stitch drop down menu. So here are all the things you can do with ink stitch. You can visualize, you can see it on the simulator. So let's do that. Let's see how it's gonna look. If we didn't do it right, it won't do a thing. Because it's between two, and every time I go in here, I have to do both. It's either object to path or it's the one we did. One of them will stitch, one will not. So if it just keeps going like this and doesn't do anything, then I'm going to go back and do object to path. Because I can't ever remember. I really should write this stuff down, but I don't. And you know what else? So I think that was the wrong one. And sometimes it takes a minute, but not that long. Now, this is the only thing I hate about Inkscape. Once you do that, you have to click on it again because it just disappears. It may be behind here. Where did it go? Come on. Okay. So, and it's not like you got to move it. When you do some of these, you have to kind of move it to get the one off the top. Nope, it's not that kind of party. So let's go up here and go to Path, Object to Path. Okay. Now, let's try it again. File, Save As, and we're just going to override the last one. We're not going to do anything else. And save. And it's going to say that we already have a file. We know that. And so we're just going to replace it. So I don't have a whole bunch of dummy files on my desktop. I think I clicked it, but just thinking about it. All right. I got a lot of stuff on my computer. That's why it's so slow. Okay, so we did that. Let's see if it'll stitch out now. It may not. But just because it doesn't stitch out don't mean it won't work though. That's the thing. So we'll just see. Where are we going to? Extensions, ink stitch, and then visualize and simulator. I don't have my glasses on, so I can barely see, but let's see if it works this time. If not, we're just going to take it over to the other thing and see. But it's one of those two. I probably should have saved both of them and then did both of them, but tried them in Embrilliance. You know, actually, I think this thing is just slow. So you know what? We're not going to even wait for that. Let's just try it this way because ultimately we want it in here. So let me see where it's at. There we go. So let's see if it works now. Yep, it's in there. All right. So the other one probably worked too. For some reason, it just takes a long time to stitch, and I do not like working. Now remember how I told you you can only adjust it down to how small you had it. Now it came in bigger than what I had it set, but as you see, it will not go any further than that. That's it, because that's what I had it set, but I can make it bigger. So there we go. Now this one still will not go in there, but that one is in there. And now let's look at it stitched out on here to see if it will stitch out. And it does. Yeah. And the other one probably would too if I waited forever. But that's why I want to go ahead and get a program that I paid for, because sometimes you get a little better. But I have been working for a whole week on ink stitch and it was fine. Let's just go through the whole thing and it'll show you how it's gonna print out. So I made someone happy today and I gave her that. All right. Again, if you're thinking about getting an embroidery machine, go for it, because I can't sew to save my life. I can't. I probably can now. I can't wait to get on my machine now, because the reason why I never, bothered with sewing was because just threading the machine seemed crazy to me. And but now with the embroidery machine, you're changing that thread every time you change the color. So I have changed thread at least in the last 3 weeks, at least 50 times. I'm an expert at it now, so I probably can thread. And my other machine is a Brother's too. I've had it for years. I think I've used it twice. And that probably was in the same day, just trying to figure it out. But this is actually fun. It is. I wish the designs didn't take so long to do, because like this little patch here took probably about 32 minutes. Well, that's what it says on the screen, but it doesn't account for you taking the thread out, putting the thread in, troubleshooting when something happens and all that. So that's a lot of time, even though you're not doing anything, it's the machine. But that's a lot of time for one little bitty patch, but it's so cute. So if you didn't watch the other video, I also told you about this website. I went to Joann's the other day just to see what they had new. I'm on a budget and I'm not buying anything else for a while. I say that all the time, and then I do, but I'm really not now. And so I was looking at all their threads and stuff, and I was talking to the lady behind the fabric counter, because I know what I went to get. I went to get some water soluble, what do you call it? Stabilizer, yes. And so while she was cutting it, we were talking. I said, "Oh, you're the embroidery lady," because when I went the first time last week, they said, "Oh, you just missed the embroidery lady. We have a lady who loves to embroider. You all would have good conversations." So she was there this time. And so we were talking, and I asked her, "Do you have any tips for a newbie?" And she said, well, she just wrote this down, this whole paper full of places to go to get cheap patterns and stuff. And the one that I went to, because she said it was 35 cents just for, like this week, the embroidery files that she has, and it's called embroiderypanda.com. And I don't know if it's the whole week, because on the thing, when I went last night, it said 11:59 p.m. the sale ends. Well, I just went a few minutes ago, and they were still 35 cents. Now, most of the stuff is seasonal stuff that's coming up, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. But it's a few other things. But if you're into that, which we all are right now, if you're a crafter and you're doing craft events, she has a lot of files, embroidery files, for 35 cents. So I bought 35, and that was only like, I think $12 or $13. And I didn't even need that many, but she had a sign at the top that said if you spend $12, you get $5 off. So I made sure I got to $12, and then she said, and then when you go to checkout, it said, not if you paid 35 cents, you don't get that. I was like, well, that makes sense, she's got to make money too. But so I don't work for her. I don't know her, but I'm telling you, I got some gorgeous files at 35 cents. She also told me Spunky Stitches, and that's Facebook, and Creations by Connie. And then she has one that says Apex. I think that's a X. All right, I don't know what that is. But anyway, so I haven't tried those yet, but I can tell you, let me go to, since I'm on the screen camera thing, Creations. No, what did I say it was? I'm going to create a Fabrica. That's a good one too. But it was Embroidery Panda. Embroidery. I can't see. Okay. Embroidery Panda. Should just pop in because I think I might have done it on my phone though. Okay. All right. So let me make this bigger. Not that. Why are you doing that to me? I'm trying to get the file behind you. Okay, here we go. Embroidery Panda. Here it is. Okay. So as you see, it says 11:59, but that was on there last night too. And then you see it says if you spend $12, oh, it's $3 off. So I was trying to get to 12. I didn't need that many stuff. But these things are so cute. They are so cute. And they're all, oh, I'm sorry. They're 35 cents, not 39 cents. And so it's like, I think, 14 pages of this stuff. And they're all, and it's not just Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, there's like 14 pages. 1 to 48 of, 262 pages. Okay. I didn't see them all, I guess. I don't need to buy another thing, but of course I'm going to look. Well, I'm just showing you all, so. But anyway, she has cute stuff. I'm just skipping around, and I know I'm going fast, but she has a lot of biblical sayings, and she has, just things for all occasions. I'm going to skip to 13, and let's see. Now, I went too far because now they're $3.99. Okay, let's get back into 35 cents, please. Because I think last night it was up to page 14 was still 35 cents. So maybe, nope. So maybe they sold those. I don't know. But anyway, let's go to 7. Nope. Okay, so... or maybe they just changed. Let me see. Oh, these are 35 cents. Okay. So these are 35 cents. So you just have to go through it. So I know it was Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. And all these files were 35 cents. So, all right. Well, I think that's all I have for you. If you have any questions for me, I probably can't answer them, but just stop in and say hello anyway. But anyway, I wanted to mention the people that have really helped me. They don't know it because they don't know me. I don't know them. But I watch a lot of their videos, and I want to give them a shout out because, they don't have to tell their expertise for us to learn, but they do. But they also make us spend money, and they shouldn't do that. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, like Craftable Thing, she's a YouTuber. Southern Audacity, she's mostly embroidery. Who else? the baby's booty. She does some embroidery. Who else? Oh, I really like Angela Jasmina. She's really good. She's really good. She's really youthful too, and so she really breaks things down for you. And then A Dub, I've learned a lot from his videos too. He has a lot of embroidery um, videos also. So I've learned from these people. I don't know them. I've subscribed to them. I try to like them when I'm on their videos, and that's it. I don't hardly ever comment, so nobody knows me or anything, but that's okay. But I've learned so much from these people. So if you are thinking about getting yourself an embroidery machine, then these are some of the people you might want to watch because they break it down. There's a lot of people I watch, and I just couldn't get into their video because I watch it because I figure maybe I'll learn something, but most of the time I give up. But the people I've named, their videos are very easy to understand, and they get right to the point like I do when I'm teaching something, and you can get up and get started. Because I know I watch a lot of YouTube videos and chats where people say, oh, I bought this machine a year ago. I haven't opened the box. And I'm just the opposite. When I get something new, I can't wait to open the box. I usually open it the same day, and I play with it and make something that first day. Now, I may not touch it again for a month, but I at least play with it and make something that day. When I got my X1 laser, I play with it and play with it. Well, actually, they said it took 30 minutes to set up. It took me 5 hours. But that's only because it was all set up. It just wouldn't run. And I had a fuse cord backwards, that's all. Once I got that, I felt so accomplished when I got that thing running. So until I got the embroidery machine, that's what I would be working on, something with that laser. But and I think the difference is my laser is in my studio, and you got to sit there and watch it because I have caused at least 4 times a fire in it. And I was not in the room. I was nearby, but I was not in the room. So I've learned my lesson. One time I smoked the entire house up because what was I doing? I had bought some new kind of wood and it wouldn't cut. So I did 4 passes. And that 4th pass, it burned straight through it and it was on fire. So my alarm, which is very loud, went off and my house was full of smoke. I just knew the fire department was going to come, but they didn't. So now when I do use my laser, I have to sit in the room and just stay no matter how long it takes because I do not want to burn up from a craft item. But with the Brothers SE600, I can sit here, I can leave the room because even if it malfunctions or tell me some kind of error, I'm not going to burn the house down. It's just going to wait for me to come and take care of it. So I'm having so much fun with it. And I hope you will too. So this has been Kathy at Kathy's Jewelry and Crafts for another video. And please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm only 14 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to give away something really nice once I hit the 500. Then I'll be trying to get to the 1,000 next. That will be my next goal. I've just started doing this in March, so I haven't been doing this that long. And then I caught COVID. I started teaching a kindergarten class temporarily, and I'll be probably there at least to January. And those kids, when they're that young, they all had runny noses and everything, but they were so cute, so I hugged them and everything. Forgot about all my precautions because I've never had COVID before because I've been very careful. But those little kids were so cute, and I hugged them. Next thing I know, I had COVID. So you live and learn. But anyway, it took me about 9 weeks to get my voice back because I had the Omicron one, and that one with some people comes with a hoarse voice, and it takes 8 to 9 weeks to get rid of it. And my voice is about 98% back now, so I can still hear a little hoarseness, but it's not as bad. So I didn't want to really make videos with my voice like that. I made a couple, but anyway, hopefully I'll make at least one a week, because I'll be back. I've been on a break for 2 weeks, go back Monday, so maybe every Saturday I'll try to make a video. or maybe Sunday. One of the 2 weekend days. So until then, I hope you enjoy embroidery or watch some videos and see if it's right for you. I'll see you on my next video. Bye. I got to figure out how to turn this off, but when I do, I'll be... Oh, there we go. See you later.